Joined now by Antonio Daniels, former NBA player, NBA analyst, Pelicans analyst as well. And every day he's hustling. Say every day he's hustling.
Antonio, great to have you back on The Odd Couple. Say hello to Kelvin.
What's up,
Washington.
Antonio?
Kelvin, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
To be back on with you guys.
Man, appreciate you, man. Everything well with you?
Oh, man, I am extremely blessed. Far more than I deserve.
Oh, amen to that, brother.
Doing great work. He's busy. We love it, and we love your insight. That's why you're back, as always. All right.
I did. Matter of fact, I did join Antonio once on NBA Series 6 NBA. Joined on the show once.
Did you?
Called in. I forgot what it was. But yeah. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Victor Wembanyama. Wemby.
Wait, who'd you call him?
Wemby. I'll just go with
Everyone knows it's Wemby.
Wait, what was... I almost going to use one of yours, Rob. Gesundheit.
Thank you. I just
Victor Wembanyama, your mama and them, and them.
You got
your mama
a tissue
and them.
for me? Whatever. Sad story, obviously, being shut down for the rest of the year. Blood clot in his shoulder. Just thoughts on that and, going forward.
Well, obviously it sucks for the Spurs because they're trying to build something special with him and De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle and all these young guys that they've had an opportunity to keep throughout the trade deadline. And for anybody out there that's thinking this had anything to do with Cooper Flagg, you couldn't be more wrong. This has nothing to do with the draft whatsoever. The one thing the San Antonio Spurs would not do, they would not shut down Victor Wembanyama, make him ineligible for All-League, make him ineligible for Defensive Player of the Year, which he would have won, and put on the line 30 games of chemistry,
right.
Put on the line possible postseason experience to jump up a few percentage points to get Cooper Flagg.
It still doesn't mean that you're going to get him. This ain't the old days when people could really figure it out.
Or the NFL where
the thing is, it's serious. That's what it is.
Right.
Serious.
Oh, yeah. A blood clot, very serious.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's serious. But what you continue to hear from Spurs fans is, oh, you know what? Oh, now we're participating in Capture the Flag. No, that's not the case. The young man would have won Defensive Player of the Year. He would have walked away with that award. The San Antonio Spurs are not jeopardizing all of that to jump up a few percentage points to possibly get someone like Cooper Flagg. So, no, this is more serious. And I feel for the kid, Wemby, but I also feel for the Spurs organization.
Yeah, you can tell he's cut from a different cloth than Tony. He's not one of those, I don't want to play, and I don't want. He wants to be in the All-Star game. He was mad they lost. He wants to play every night. I mean, he's competitive as they get, especially to be this young. So absolutely, he's not participating in any sitting out, without a doubt. So switch from that to we just were talking about the Lakers. Obviously, win the trade, season, getting Luka. They looked bad last night. They looked lazy, lethargic defensively. They settled for threes.
Antonio, I said they got 10 statues out front and 2 on the court. That's how I look at them defensively.
Oh, my God. Here we go with the dad joke.
Yeah, Antonio, you know what I endure for 3 hours.
Know, yeah.
But just your thoughts. We want to, get your thoughts on the Luka trade. And if you're JJ Redick, what are your thoughts?
JJ Riley is what they
That's
said.
That's what they called him, JJ Patrick Riley. Okay. On what they can do, how do you improve, and how do you go, try to make some moves to get ready for the postseason?
Well, here's the thing, first and foremost. I'm not going to overreact or underreact to what I've seen from the Lakers so far. I'm going to react the same way that I reacted when the trade happened. I thought when the trade happened, yes, they acquired a top 5 talent in Luka. I get that. We can sit here, we can run down his resume of first-team All-NBAs and how great he is. That's fantastic. But here's the thing. When you have 3 ball-dominant guys on the same team, I'm interested to see how this works. How do you figure this out, right? And the whole time, my thought was, I don't know how Luka, LeBron, and also Austin Reeves work together. None of those guys are catch-and-shoot guys first. That's not what they want to do. The thing that I liked about the trade from the Dallas Mavericks side was Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis' skill set complement each other. But Anthony Davis is exactly what Kyrie Irving needs. Kyrie Irving is exactly what Anthony Davis needs. And then you throw in guys like P.J. Washington. You throw in guys like Klay Thompson. Their skill sets mesh and match in Dallas. And here in L.A., their skill sets are similar. They all do the same thing. They all want the ball. They all want to play make, and they all want to score. No one, and the other guys that they have, whether it's Jared Vanderbilt or Dorian Finney-Smith or Gabe Vincent, those guys are 3 or D, right? They can either defend or shoot. They have so many holes within that roster. The fact that Mark Williams trade got rescinded, I feel like that changed the trajectory of their entire season.
And now they're saying that they shouldn't have rescinded that. They shouldn't have failed him in that. Did you see that?
No. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, no. I'm saying there was a report out there now, Antonio, that enough medical people who examined this or looked at this said he shouldn't have been failed. But anyway.
that did come from them.
So here's the question I would ask. Think about how you would think of the Lakers if they actually acquire Mark Williams, right? Think about the difference between the Lakers roster with him and without him. Why would they fail him if it wasn't something significant?
No, I agree.
Did they get cold feet on what's his name? Connect trading him in the pick. I don't know. I'm with you. I think they need a big guy. They need a rim protector.
They do.
I'm with you.
So that's why, for me, on this one, I side with the Lakers because there are certain things like if there was a chance that Mark Williams was healthy and they felt like he could help them long term and pair him alongside. Man, we saw what Luka does with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. We've seen what Luka does with a lob threat. If there was a chance that they could attach Luka to Mark Williams for the foreseeable future, man, listen, they would sign up for that in a heartbeat.
Right.
So for them to actually fail that physical and rescind it, that means there had to be something pretty significant or serious.
All right, we got 1 minute left. You played 13 years in the association. The NBA All-Star Weekend.
Why are you going back? Why are you asking about that?
Because
we said we moving
Antonio,
on. Antonio,
what a disaster. Just the second lowest rated, empty seats in the building in San Francisco.
I don't listen, Rob, I'm not tripping on that, man. Here's the thing. I felt like when you go and you compare these All-Star games, you know the difference between these All-Star games and the All-Star games of the 80s and 90s is the amount of money that guys are making. So here, when you give guys this amount of money, there are pros and cons to it. You can't give guys $60, $70 million a year and expect them to show up in February and play hard in an exhibition game. This is not the 80s and the 90s where guys are making $2 million and that $500,000 is the difference. Like that's a pretty significant difference. These guys are making too much money.
Okay, here's
but what about pride, Antonio?
Hold on, no. Here's my pushback to you. Mm-hmm. When they're playing in the summer at UCLA, don't tell me, Antonio, they're playing like this because they're not. And that's why they're not. They're playing basketball, man, and I can't buy that.
But
I get
the
money,
at UCLA, though?
But they're playing.
You know what they're doing? I know, but you know what they're doing in the summer at UCLA? And to them, from a player perspective, those runs at UCLA are beneficial. It's about improving. You're not like that's an exhibition game.
You still can get hurt playing at UCLA.
Listen, I get it,
it's lame. It's lame because part of your contract and part of your deal is also publicizing and helping.
The reason you get this money is because the game is in a good place with fans.
Exactly, and the
idea that I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting that. You both are spot on in what you're saying. But I'm saying when you're giving guys $60 million a year,
I get it.
$70 million a year, be careful what you wish for. Because there are pros and cons to both. So when you open the door up and say, oh, you know what, we're going to get this new collective bargaining agreement, this new TV contract and all this stuff, there's some pushback in other places that are going to suffer. The All-Star game is one of those areas. All right. I don't care how many gimmicks that we throw
I know, that's what it is now, right. That's it.
All right, Antonio, man, we appreciate you for joining. Hopefully everything's good with you, brother. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
For sure. Appreciate it, fellas.
Yep.
He's fired up. That's why I like Antonio. He's ready to keep going.